Welcome everyone, friends and furs of all species. I'm Dayzee Hyena. We're back with another episode of Angels with Scaly Wings. Now last time, we almost died for pizza. And that tracks. That tracks with my life. Anyway, we're on Lorem's good end. Chapter 4, let's get in it. Oh, I should probably end it. And I know the witness is gonna be Ipsum, so this is gonna be cool.
Oh, it's you. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm working with the police and hope you can answer a few questions.
Because I responded to your call for a witness about last night, right?
Yeah.
Alright, what do you want to know?
Can you tell me what happened?
Sure, I was running an experiment at home laboratory and was waiting for it to finish. Around 2 a.m., I suddenly heard a few bangs outside. It reminded me of small explosions. It sounded like they were coming from just around the corner.
I see. Did nothing about this seem unusual to you?
Not really. I know I've caused a few similar disturbances with my experiments before. If someone else decided to take up home experimentation, they certainly have my approval. Besides, I wasn't in any position to abandon the experiment that I was running at the time, else it couldn't have had a similar outcome.
Thank you, I think that'll be all.
No problem. By the way, are you gonna meet with Lorem again anytime soon?
I don't know, why are you asking?
You've hung out with him a few times now. You see, he doesn't have many friends, and I think he's starting to like you.
Oh, that's not really unusual.
It's just, if something happens the next time you meet him, don't be mad at him, okay?
Wait, hold on now. Okay. That's ominous. Seems like I got some messages. Let's see. Hey, it's me. Do you want to meet up again? I know you're busy, but the summer festival is coming up soon. I'm not saying we should go, but we certainly could if you want to. In any case, call me back when you hear this. Hey! Hey, Lorem. So this is where you live. You already got a glimpse when you delivered Riza's letter, remember? Yeah, but back then I didn't really notice anything. I was nervous. Why were you nervous? Well, there was the fact I was going to speak to a human. Plus, I didn't know if you'd actually listen to what I have to say. And then I also wondered if I was going to remember everything I wanted to tell you. Or worse, if I'd get thrown out again, like when I talked to Riza. You actually talked to Riza? Well, not really. He just took the letter I had for him and closed the door. But that was before you arrived here. Do you know who sent the letter? It came through the portal, so I assumed it was from a human. I see. Oh, that must be the sphere you found. Lorem walked up to the table and picked up the round object I'd found at the park. Yeah, maybe you can help me find out if it's actually Ipsum's or not. Sure. Looks like it has no batteries though. He turned the sphere a few times, then placed it on its base and plugged it in. You have assembled the Ipsum sphere. Actually, it was Lorem. This should be his achievement. Fuck you! He touched the base in a peculiar way. In response, writing appeared on the sphere's surface. Oh, that's cool! Looks like this area is the Ipsum sphere. They'll be relieved to know that it was found. So what can we actually do with it now? Nothing really, unless you know the password, that is. Well, that's a shame. I do happen to know his password, but that's only for emergencies. No playing around with the sphere, then. Got it. By the way, did you hear about Ipsum? Apparently he's become a witness for a murder case. Yeah, I actually took his statement about that not long ago. Really? Oh, does that mean this has something to do with Riza's disappearance? There really is no use denying it by this point. How long have you been helping the police anyway? Since the day of my arrival, really. Oh wow, I guess that explains why you've been so busy. I imagine you can't talk about it though. I don't really care anymore. Besides, I think it's become common knowledge by this point. We're trying to find Riza, right? Wasn't he your friend? I'm not sure I'd call him that. Still, he was supposed to be your partner in this, and now he's just gone. I'm more worried about what he's doing now. Even if we find him, this may put our diplomatic relationship in peril. I guess I shouldn't talk about stuff like that. Why not? It's no use in worrying about things I can't change. Right, just focus on the things you can change. That's my philosophy. You know, it's a bit of a shame that you didn't want to go to the festival. I already had a fair share of the adventure the last time we met. Besides, I should probably lay low for now. You're right. The crowds would probably go crazy if they saw you. We could still watch the big fireworks show together, though. We wouldn't even need to go to the festival grounds to do that. Sure, if you'd like. It only takes place at the end of the festival, though. When's that? A few days from now. You've been here a few minutes already, and you already want to schedule our next get-together. Get together? That's an odd way of phrasing it. What do you prefer? Would you prefer I call it a date? I don't know. Oh, he's so cute. It just seems a bit odd to me, considering all this started with me begging you to meet me so I could draw pictures of you. We did that, and then we went treasure hunting, which was your way of saying thanks. What would you call what we are doing now, then? Dinner. I invited you to dinner. I'm not seeing anything to eat here, though. Right, that's because I wasn't sure about what's in the kitchen. I also don't know what you'd like, so let's just order something. There are a few places nearby. Do you have anything in mind? I'm not really in the mood to try something new. Sure, how about pizza? Boom! Sounds good. Alright, let's just call Patoli's then. They already let us down with the treasure hunt. Why do you think this will be different? They're too closest, and I haven't ordered from them in ages. Maybe for good reason. If they can't even get a treasure hunt right, I don't want to know what they do with their pizzas. It's just a pizza, Dayzee. How bad could it be? Alright, if you want a voucher, Patoli's, go ahead. Lorem took the sphere from its base and started manipulating its interface with its fingers. What are you doing? Looking up the menu. I thought using Ipsum sphere was only for emergencies. He went into my room when he was looking for the spear, and he isn't allowed to do that unless it's an emergency. This is the least he could do considering you found it for him. Alright. If you don't want the pizza, I could just put it back and we can order something else. You already touched the spear. It's too late to put it back now. If you'll say so. Let's see, even their smallest pizza is going to be pretty big for me. We could share one. Sure, what toppings do you like? I think I would go with the salad. Seriously, a salad on a pizza? That's the new one. Sounds interesting. Interesting enough to try it? I'll look at the other options first. Alright, what would you like on your half? Grapes? Pepperoni. Got it. And it's done. The order has been placed. For the next 30 minutes, Lorem showed me many of the other and less useful features of the Ixamen sphere. He made it levitate, showed me a primitive-looking website, and even used it as a voice modulator. Gotta get it! Lorem got up and walked to the door. From my place on the couch, I couldn't see anything, but I heard a bit of talking before he returned to me carrying the square box. The flyer who just delivered this, I actually know her. I guess it's not unusual for you to know each other. Your jobs are pretty similar. I suppose. Some things never change in this town. Lorem opened the box and showed me the pizza we had ordered. Memories of days gone by raced through my head. Alright, let's get this party started. Don't we need more people for a party? Hell no, it could just be you by yourself. Party of one, bitch. But party of two is still good. With pizza, anything's a party, my man. I feel like I haven't had a pizza like this in ages. What are you waiting for then? I took one of the slices. On its surface, there was obvious layers of grease that were sure to stain anything that it came in contact with. Yes, the best kind. What do you think? It's been way too long. Guess you don't mind if we got patolis now, huh? With these words, he grabbed one of the slices on his half and bit into it. After chewing a few times, his expression suddenly twisted into a scowl. Is something wrong? Now I remember why I haven't ordered from patolis in a while. Their pizza sucks. Not that bad. Maybe you just haven't had a good pizza to compare it to. Hey, it's still better than nothing. I suppose. By the way, how's your game coming along? I don't know. I feel like I've hit the wall. Why's that? Maybe I got in over my head, you know. Oh my god, preaching to the choir. The more progress I make, the more it becomes apparent that I'll need a lot more help than I thought. So far, you're the only one who's been working on this, right? Yep, but I'm starting to realize that it won't work out if I continue like this. Why not? It would never be done, or if it was, it would be very different from what I'd like it to be. So something needs to change. I suppose I'm just worried, because once you start involving other people, things get a lot more complicated. Yep. How so? I've always been the odd one out. I'm not sure how well I could work with a team. You have to find people, work out how to pay them, and how to divide the work. I guess I'm just starting to realize what kind of investment this would actually be. You sounded more optimistic the last time we talked about this. Yeah, it was all fun and games when you're just thinking about the ideas that you could turn into a game. But once you actually start working on it, it's a completely different story. At some point, it just becomes another job. Isn't that what you expected? Of course it is. I knew that it would be a lot of work, but I guess I'm just not sure if it's worth it. It depends on why you're making it in the first place. Last time you said you had nothing to lose either way. Well, maybe I was wrong about that. I do have something to lose. What's that? Myself. Aww. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do what is necessary to finish what I started. If you think about it, what's the worst that could happen? Investing a lot of time and money only to end up with nothing in the end. I could end up disappointing those who play the game and those who collaborated with me. And lastly, myself. That's what you're worried about? That's what being a creator is like. If you put tons of work and effort into something, you want people to like it, right? If that's not what's going to happen, why do it in the first place? But you're not doing this for other people, are you? It's your game and your idea, after all. Right, but you're not trying to cater to someone else, so what other people think is not important. Besides, what they think is outside of your control anyway. Just look at what happened with Controllies. Why do you think their pizza sucks? They probably cut a lot of corners during the production with the ingredients, the quality over quantity, and are only trying to get as many pizzas out as possible to satisfy demand. They are cheap, and the pizza tastes like it. Okay, but they're still in business. So this must be working for them somehow. Even if you don't like it, they're offering something other people clearly want. They probably don't give a damn whether or not you like their pizza. I'm sure they don't. They just give people what they want, and that's why they stay in business. Are you saying that I won't be successful if I don't cater to others? No, I'm saying that unless being successful is the goal, you don't need to cater to anyone else. Because if you did, you would just end up like Petoles, and you would really lose yourself. I guess you have a point. So what if other people like their greasy pizzas? It's not what you want to do. Certainly not. You said it yourself that philosophy is to focus on the things you can change. So what are your options here? A wise person once said, do or do not. There is no try. Not doing this has never been an option for me. Then you make the most of it and nothing else matters. I think you're right. I should focus on getting things done as best I can. Who knows, maybe you're wrong about Petoles. Maybe they're actually a big family restaurant with a rich tradition and history. That's why people like them. No, I think it's just because they have cheap pizzas. Anyways, there's a good reason for my anxiety. I usually keep to myself, and that's always how I've worked best. If there's one thing that life has taught me, it's that people fear what they don't know. I guess that's an odd thing to say when humans are worshipped by many. Most of them don't actually know any humans, not like I know you. Maybe I should rephrase that. People are afraid of what they don't understand. I was bullied a lot when I was a kid. You know, it can be pretty tough when you're growing up and all the kids are always bigger than you are. Luckily, that was never a big problem for me. Even in kindergarten, we get told not to make fun of our differences because of how different our species are. It's just odd that for a society that celebrates our differences, there are still things that are too different even for them. When I grew up and went to college, I thought that people would know better than to continue doing those horrible things, but I was ultimately proven wrong. Their bodies may have been those of adults, but their hearts had stayed in the same place they were decades before. Working on my own has helped, but that is treating a symptom, not the cause of the problem. I can't always just run away, and I'll have to step into the limelight and brave this storm again if I want to finish this game. There's something about me that you don't know. In a way, I owe it to you to tell you, because you're going to find out sooner or later anyway, and when it happens, it should be on my terms, rather than someone else's. What is it? I am a hermaphrodite. Oh, thank God. I thought he was about to say, like, I'm a serial killer, or like I just kept waiting for a jump scare. Okay, that's cool. We're good. It's both sets of set organ. Before you ask, that's not something that at all common in any of our dragon species. In the eyes of some, that makes me a freak of nature, something that needs fixing or shouldn't exist in the first place. I don't mind. You don't? Sure, some people may think it's odd, but I really don't care. It's just another part of who you are. Thank you. I honestly, whenever Ipsum or whoever, they were like, oh, it's scare, like he's gonna tell you something horrible. Bitch, what? That's it? Oh my God, I thought he was about to say like he was a yandere, like he was like, had pictures of me everywhere and was just, I don't know. Bitch, that ain't nothing but a thing. Okay, we're good. That's such a big relief. You'll know it's not always the bullies who go after me once they know. Too often it's also been the people who I thought were my friends. So whenever I meet another person, I have to prepare myself for this conversation, not knowing whether they will suddenly turn against me when they find out. One. Alright? It ain't nobody's business but your own, what you got, alright? Let's just get that out the way. 2. Whoever you are, or your identity, whether it's like that or anything, again, no one's business but your own and your partner. If you have a partner, you know, they probably figure it out. But anyway. And 3, if they leave you over something like that, they ain't your friends. They ain't. You need your ride or dies, and that's it. Alright? Seriously, all the people who were kicking it with Lorem, I don't know them. But all the people who clicked them with Lorem and then ditched as soon as they found out, fuck you. I don't know y'all personally, but just know, I don't like none of you. I don't like none of y'all. And the reactions can be very different. Some get angry or make fun of me. Others feel betrayed and don't want to have anything to do with me anymore. But now, I think I've seen it all. I'm so glad that you're not like them. But it's always a gamble. Maybe the next person I tell is going to become violent. Oh, fuck. I know, it's different, but, like, trans people, they have to deal with that shit, too. And I know a lot of that shit, you know. People becoming violent because you're not what they think you are. And I just fucked up. And I could go on a whole video rant about this. But fuck all those people. How can I put myself out there when this could happen wherever I go? You know what I mean? What would people do when they find out about me and my game? I just don't know. That's why I'm doing synonyms for my game. That's what I'm worried about. I only wish that there was a place where I could be safe from all of that. Where it just wouldn't matter that this is who I am. If someone like you, someone with a place of authority said something, maybe that would change things. I know you can't interfere with our politics though. You're an ambassador. Doesn't mean I don't have hope that something like that will happen one day. I should probably go now, it's getting late. You've made me feel a lot better though. You told me not to worry about the future. Maybe you're right. Sure, there's a lot of work ahead, but maybe it's not as hopeless as I thought. Never is. Hey, do you still want to see the fireworks show together? Sure. Alright, just give me a call in a few days so we can discuss the details. I'll do that. Alright, I'll see you then. See ya! I like Lorem. Another free day, yay me. Alright, let's see it. It's time to go. Oh, I still have X-Men sphere. I could give it back to Lorem when I meet with them. Oh, yeah. Wait. They didn't say pronouns, though. Are we still going with the him pronouns? Because I think that's all that's been used up until this point. But they just use them. Does that mean that they use him or they, them? I don't know. I'll just say whatever's there. The sooner Ipsum gets it, the better. I took the sphere and put it in one of my pockets before I headed out to meet Lorem. After a few minutes walking, I arrived at a rather empty-looking area near the edge of town. Hey, Lorem. Hey, Dayzee. You were right. This was much better than mingling with the crowds. I can do it without the extra noise and screaming. Yeah. So what are we gonna do now? Wait. Oh, I also brought Ipsum's spear. Maybe it can finally find its way home. Great! Would you mind holding on to it, though? I don't really have a bag or anything to put in it right now. That's alright, just remind me to give it back to you later. Sure. I think it's starting. Look! We were quiet as we waited and the stillness of the night enveloped us. Soon I heard the sound of the first rocket making its way into the night sky, after which it exploded in a pattern of colors. More rockets followed, the thunderous noise echoing throughout the land. Suddenly a terrible realization hit me. Considering how public of an event this was, and how I was told multiple times that everyone would be watching the fireworks, now would be the best time for Riza to do anything he planned to do. Not only was the village basically deserted, but the sounds of the fireworks would have also overshadowed any gunshots, giving him as much security as he would ever have. Oh, shit. As the portal had been repaired by the mysterious person I met, now was the perfect time for Riza to make his getaway, and I was the only one who knew. Lorem, I think we need to go, now. What's going on? I know where Riza is. Really? We need to stop him. Wait, what do you think I could do? He's twice as big as I am, and let's not forget about his weapon. I could try to hold him off. You go get help. Alright. Wait a minute, give me the sphere. There you go. I watched Lorem as he took the sphere from my head and slid his fingers over the interface in a peculiar way. After a few seconds, they were done and the sphere was back in my hands. It might not help you much, but if something goes wrong, just throw it at him. Alright. Where is he anyway? The underground building. Let's go. I arrived at the portal just a few minutes later. I couldn't help but be glad that it was still turned off and didn't appear to have been used recently, but it meant Riza was still here somewhere. I looked around, thinking about where he could be or if it was worth waiting for him here when I saw something out of the corner of my eye. There was a suitcase leaning against the portal. When I opened it to check its contents, I was surprised to find a few eggs inside. Apparently he had broken into the hatchery again, stashing eggs here, but he hadn't used the portal yet. Why? Given that he hadn't left yet, he clearly still had unfinished business in the area. The underground building. The administrator had told me about the prowess of the generators within. It probably hadn't been hard for Riza to guess the same, or to try stealing them from a place he knew would be even more deserted than the rest of the village was right now. He also didn't have to go far from the portal. All things considered, it was the only option that made sense to me. I could have waited for Riza here, but in the end I decided it would be better to meet him underground. If there was going to be a confrontation, I was sure to have the advantage in more crowded space. Even in the darkness, it was easy for me to spot the site where they had unearthed the building's entry, as it was roped off area that I had seen from afar before. When I entered the building, I was met with a long illuminated hallway that was lined with doors on both sides. Since the lights were already on, Riza had to be very close. I wasn't surprised the building still having electricity since its generators were also powering the portal. Suddenly one of the doors opened and out came Riza carrying a large cardboard box. When he spotted me, he set it on the ground. Dayzee, you're here! You don't know how glad I am to see you. I've wanted to talk with you for so long I even tried to contact you, but I couldn't with someone tailing you the whole time. But talking can wait. Now that you're here, we've got everything. Come on, help me with this and let's get out of here. No. No, what are you talking about? I'm not doing anything until you answer a few questions. You want to talk now? Sure, why not? We've probably got a few hours if we wanted to. None of them will disturb us here. We could even get the backup generator as well after we set this one over. You know what? I'm not having this conversation with you again. Whoa, hold on now. What are you talking about? Your plan, Riza. I know all about it. Great. Then stop wasting time and help me with this. I'm not here to help you. This is where it ends. What is your problem, Dayzee? You know about the comet, so we can't stay here. Just shut up, Riza. I'm not in the mood to talk with you anymore. I don't need to, because your friend has just arrived. Suddenly, Maverick and Lorem appeared next to me. You planned this, didn't you, Dayzee? Traitor! He pulled out his gun, not sure which one of us to be aiming at. Not Lorem! Just let me go and I'll forget this thing ever happened. You've got 6 bullets for 3 people. Do you think you can really do that, Riza? Do you think that this is worth risking your life for? I've been risking my life every day for the last 2 weeks. What did you do during that time? Ship champagne in your apartment? Besides, this generator and the whole building came from our time. They belong to humanity. Suddenly, the administrator came out of the shadows in the hallway behind Riza. No, they belong to me! Confused, Riza spun around, aiming his gun at the newcomer who was slowly walking towards him. Who the fuck are you? Freeze! I said freeze! Want to waste your bullets on me? Feel free, you can't stop all of us! If you say so. He pulled the trigger, the administrator fell to the ground with a dull thud, knocking her mask off. My first instinct was to run away, but as Maverick and Lorem started charging, so did I. Lorem is charging! No, Lorem, stay! You're a baby! No! Riza was quick with the aim and shot Maverick until he went down. Lorem took flight with a few beats of their wings and was about to collide with Riza, but at the last moment Riza got out of the way and hit Lorem with the well-aimed kick. No! Lorem collided roughly with the wall and fell to the ground. Remembering Lorem's word, I took the sphere and threw it towards Riza as hard as I could. At first it looked like I was going to miss, but the spear adjusted its path and flew straight towards him. Riza aimed at me, but the spear hit him before he could pull the trigger. He lost his balance and stumbled backwards before he fell to the ground. He got up, and I saw the barrel of his gun was now bent out of shape. When he realized this, he bolted towards the exit. I tried to stop him, but he hit me in the face with the gun's blunt end and ran past me. Ah, man, we were pistol whipped. It took a few seconds until I was composed myself and ran after him. As I went up the hill, I saw Riza was already taking his place while the portal did its starting routine. I ran up to the council and entered a few commands. Riza turned around and saw me. What are you doing? Riza walked off the platform, but I quickly ran around the console and threw my weight against him, just in time for the portal to start teleporting us. Both at the same time? What's going on? Lorem lived to tell the police what had transpired in the underground building. A conversation they had overheard was enough for the dragons to find out about the comet, and with the help of the portal's power source, they were able to divert it. And neither humanity nor dragons knew where Riza and I ended up. Our visit was considered a failure. Humanity had decided that if our visit did not yield any results, they would no longer try their luck with the portal, and instead use their remaining energy to hold on as long as they could. For the dragons, life went on as usual, but for our city, this outcome meant that they had to continue their fight on their own. It was an uphill battle that was eventually lost when the city ran out of resources and fell. Damn! Okay then. First question, where the fuck are we? Like, where did we go? Like, that sphere wasn't just a toy anymore. That was badass. I love that. Oh man, the way they were hyping it up, I thought Lorem was about to tell us, like, they were some sort of, like, I don't know, like they collect baby hands. I don't know. I was expecting something horrifying. But, you know, stuff like that, that doesn't bother me. I'm non-binary. I don't give a shit. So, I'm glad that Ipsum and, Lorem are friends. You know, they get to have their friendship. And I hope Lorem is able to do their video game however they want. I'm thinking they want to use they now because that's how it kind of, like, the pronouns switched at the end. I'm not sure. I could be fucking up. I'll have to look at my editing to see if I, like, had been replacing and doing all that, because it wasn't intentional. If I was, I don't know. But I love Lorem. Lorem was sweet. And I see a lot of parallels with Lorem's story as I do with my story. So, that hit a little close to home. Just like Remy. Remy and Lorem, combine them together and you get this. So, if that has anything to say about all that. Anyway. I really like Lorem. Sorry for my atrocious, attempt at a new accent. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with the future. I'll have to practice more. That's a key to another thing. Always make sure you practice. No matter how good you get, you can always do with practice. Like if you watch my first vids, and then my vids now, hold on now. Fuck is going on? We reappeared on the other side and collapsed to the ground. It was the day of my arrival in the dragon's world, just as I had planned. Oh, we're both here now. Oh shit, do I have to kill him now? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, hey. Look what the cat dragged in. You're supposed to be dead! Am I now? Alright, but today is not the day. She held up Riza's head and punched him. His body instantly went limp as he fell unconscious. Good job, Dayzee. Oh, is that yours? She pointed at the object on the ground behind me. When I turned around, I realized it was the Ixamen sphere. Whatever setting Lorem activated, it apparently prompted it to follow us, even through the portal. Not exactly. You better hold on to it regardless. Those things are expensive. She walked over to Riza's lower half and started lifting him by the legs. Come help me with this. We've got a long night ahead of us. Are we gonna, like, chop his body up or something? Huh? Okay. Well, since we had two arts, let's... First, we're gonna do Zong, because I love Zong. Oh my god! I love Zong! Yes, I will marry it. Wait, well, hold on now. Okay, let's see Lorem now. And it was about that thing that I couldn't pronounce to save my life. Oh, they're making him in the clay. I love that. Oh my god, I love them so much. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all won't see it, you'll see my beautiful face. Anyway, like I was saying in my wrap-up, I'm Remy and Lorem combined. Boom. Anyway, with this, we officially finish all 5 routes necessary to unlocking the true ending. So next ending, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do the true ending. Now we'll also see if I can do a Mira, or if, like, I'll do that on my own and, like, sneak it into the last vid, so y'all don't have to watch a whole nother vid where I just talk to that annoying bitch. But, so if you like what you see, and you can't wait to see what the true ending of this game is gonna be, leave a like and subscribe so you can see my content in the future. Also, while you're here, if you have any game suggestions and you want to say hi, leave it in the comment section below. I'm Dayzee Hyena, and I'll catch y'all in the next vid.